Have you ever found yourself caught in a strategic game where every move feels like a calculated gamble, balancing short-term gain against long-term stability? What if the very foundation of your championship aspirations is being reshaped, not by grand blockbuster moves, but by a series of subtle, yet potentially seismic, shifts that leave you questioning the true direction of your team? Welcome back to the Gridiron, where the offseason continues to deliver storylines worthy of a Hollywood script. The San Francisco 49ers, a franchise synonymous with offensive innovation and relentless pursuit of excellence, are once again at the center of a swirling vortex of trade rumors. But this isn't just about a potential player swap. It's about a fascinating strategic pivot, a bold reevaluation of their wide receiver core that has left many fans scratching their heads and pundits clamoring for answers. Early this offseason, the Niners signaled a significant shift. Their decision to trade former WR1 Debo Samuel to the Washington Commanders was a clear indication. They're moving toward a younger, more cost-effective receiving group. General Manager John Lynch, never one to shy away from a bold move, remained steadfast in his commitment to adapting this pivotal unit while simultaneously alleviating pressure on the team's salary cap. This decisive action, however, immediately raised a critical question. What about Brandon Aiyuk? San Francisco hasn't been shy about their new philosophy, and the speculation around Aiyuk has intensified. Is he the next star receiver on the chopping block? Now, here's where the plot thickens. Grant Cohn, a well-known Niners insider, recently took the conversation a step further, provocatively suggesting that San Francisco should re-engage with the Commanders. The proposal? A direct swap. Send Aiyuk to Washington and bring Terry McLaurin back to the Bay. Cohn's reasoning, while certainly audacious, is built on some intriguing points. He argues, McLaurin is older than Aiyuk, but he's also faster than Aiyuk and may have a better relationship with the quarterback. I imagine McLaurin would love to play for the 49ers if they extended him, and I imagine Aiyuk would love to play with Jaden Daniels and Deebo Samuel in Washington. A significant part of this projection hinges on Brandon Aiyuk's close relationship with Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels, a known friend. The emotional pull of reuniting with a familiar face and a former teammate in Deebo Samuel could certainly be appealing for Aiyuk. However, let's inject a dose of reality into this captivating hypothetical. A direct one-for-one trade for these two immensely talented players, while a fascinating concept, faces significant hurdles. For the Washington Commanders, trading Terry McLaurin right now would seem like a glaring misstep for a team that's clearly on the rise. McLaurin, affectionately known as Scary Terry by fans, has consistently delivered 1,000-yard seasons, and he's arguably coming off his most impactful campaign yet. He's a proven leader, a consistent performer despite a revolving door of quarterbacks, and a vital cornerstone of their offense, especially now with rookie sensation Jaden Daniels at the helm. While McLaurin's recent contract disputes have led to his absence from mandatory minicamp, moving him would be a baffling decision for a franchise finally building momentum. Sacrificing a possible top 10 receiver for a player like Aiyuk, who is currently recovering from a serious ACL and MCL injury suffered in October 2024, will be an incredibly high-risk proposition for Washington. Aiyuk is still in the middle of his rehab and is not expected to be ready for start training camp in late July 2025. On the other side, for the San Francisco 49ers, McLaurin in a vacuum would be a fantastic addition. His speed, his route running, his ability to consistently win contested catches, all highly desirable traits. But any trade for McLaurin would inevitably lead to another critical issue, his contract extension. The Niners have already committed significant capital to numerous players this offseason, and adding another high-priced receiver into the mix would directly contradict their stated goal of salary cap relief. McLaurin would likely command a salary well north of $30 million per year, surpassing Aiyuk's current earnings. Essentially, such a trade would put the 49ers in the exact same financial predicament, but with a longer commitment to an older receiver. This goes against the very philosophy that led to the Deebo Samuel trade in the first place. It's far more probable that Washington will ultimately find common ground with McLaurin at the negotiating table and hammer out a new deal. His value to a developing team, particularly with a young quarterback like Daniels, is simply too high to justify moving him. especially for a player coming off a severe knee injury that sidelined him for the remainder of the 2024 season. This proposed trade, while exciting for its potential drama and intriguing what-ifs, seems to exist more in a realm of passionate fan theory than realistic NFL strategy. The Niners' desire to get younger and manage their cap space, coupled with Commanders' clear intent to build around their promising youth movement and retain their star talent, makes this particular swap highly unlikely. Ultimately, the NFL is a business driven by calculated decisions. While the idea of a star receiver moving for another might capture our imagination, the underlying financials, player health, and team-building philosophies often dictate a far more measured approach. The 49ers are indeed reshaping their receiving core, but it seems their path will likely involve internal development and potentially smaller, more targeted acquisitions, rather than a blockbuster swap that creates more questions than answers. So, what do you think about this intriguing, albeit unlikely trade proposal? Do the Niners truly need to make another big move at wide receiver, or should they trust their current roster and focus on internal growth? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the strategic chess match of the NFL offseason, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive, in-depth reports.